Kia ora everyone. Today I've got something very interesting to show you all. Now before you press the skip button or play next video, stick around, perhaps you might enjoy this, or you might not. I am flying the fairy Firefly out in War Thunder, so yes, in some respects this is quite painful to watch. Yes, in fact just looking at the plane is sort of just painful to watch, but no matter, we shall press on. Anyway, alas, so this is the Fairy Firefly Mark 1, and in War Thunder it is it's a piece of shit, frankly. Yep, there are planes, I'd say there are tier 1 planes that can outperform this plane in certain respects. Yeah, but admittedly it does look quite nice with the nice wavy water. Well, the plane doesn't look nice, the wavy water looks nice. Yeah, so that's about all that can be said about it, and yeah, I don't know. This plane is, well, it has its disadvantages, let's say, and they are numerous. And, well, its main advantage is it's quite good at turning, which is going to be really useful against the Japanese, yeah, because their planes are all very unmaneuverable. Yes, that's definitely not one of their advantages in War Thunder, not at all. Look at that nice hurricane going by. Oh, I'd quite like to be in that, please, but no matter. Yeah, so basically, yes, this was me here trying to find the vertical speed indicator to try and, well, figure out what my vertical speed is, and I've got a feeling perhaps they didn't give it one because they were too embarrassed to show the pilot just how slowly it actually climbed. But yeah, so maybe I might just skip forward to when this gets a bit more interesting, because watching a Firefly climb, you might need a few lifespans. Yeah, you could almost, you know, take a trip to Mars and back in the time it takes this thing to get to about 10,000 feet. That's about as high as I get up. Anyway, let's skip forward to that. So, an hour later, here we are. We're still climbing. What's that? We're now climbing through 10,000 feet. Yes, we're at 10,000 feet in a Firefly. I had to shout about that in the comments. Because in the comments? In the chat is maybe a better way of putting it? Yeah. So, that's quite an achievement. Yeah, and it's all going well. Then I spot a J2M above me. And at this point I thought, well, I must be dead already. Great, I've just taken off. Well, I say just taken off. Yeah, well, just taken off, I suppose, compared to a real battle, for example. So yeah, I try and dive down and see if he's going to dive on me, which he doesn't end up doing. Thank God for that. That would have been me dead. So, yeah, never interrupt the enemy when he's making a mistake. And then I see this A6M2. Now, I was still eyeing up that J2M, and I was going to try perhaps do a head-on, because this thing can actually do head-ons quite well. It's got 4 Hispanos, even though they're on the wings, they're still pretty good. And he tries to shoot me, and he misses again. Thanks. And yeah, so this isn't great. I've had to blow a whole bunch of energy just dodging fighters from shooting at me. Yeah, if you get a Firefly, expect to be doing a lot of that. Just, yeah. It's not fun. But alas, one of our teammates has just gone and engaged the J2M2. Right. Crap. Okay. Well, that, oh, he's bailed out. Perfect. Well, that's given me some breathing room. So, you know what? I figured there's definitely no way I couldn't catch up to a big, fat, slow KI-45, is there? Well, that's what, 2.7 kilometers away now? Yay. Still eyeing up that KI-102. That thing's got quite a big gun. Don't particularly fancy being shot. Oh, 2.4 kilometers. What's that, about 2.3 now? This thing is quite slow. I don't know, just this plane. I mean, think of this. So this plane was, what, designed in sort of, I think this thing entered service in about 1943. You'd think it'd be a pre-war design, wouldn't you? No, you're wrong. It's it's mid-war. And that was very, very close by that KI-102 there, but alas. So yeah, there was a bit of combat flaps. It's just like this plane. I mean, they must have taken one look at like the great British design to the period. So the Spitfire, the Hurricane, the Beaufighter, and thought, you know, what if we didn't want it to have speed or maneuverability or good looks? Let's just have none of that. There we go, and we'll give that to the Royal Navy. And yep, that's what they got, and it's crap. In other news, I managed to managed to knock out the elevator of this KA-102. I was happy, and then he shot at me with his tail gunner. And, yes. Yeah, I couldn't catch up with him. Long are the days of you shoot someone's elevator, they're dead. No, that's not the case with Japanese planes. So I try for a bit to catch up with them, and eventually I give up. And I've also only got 111 rounds of ammunition left, which is going to be quite important in the near future. Yeah, so after a few minutes of trying to catch up, he decides to go into a dive, and I figure, right, well, I'm never going to catch up to that, am I? I consider maybe I should go find a different target to shoot at. And I was just like, okay, well, I was partly thinking that guy will probably crash on landing, so I'll probably get the kill for that anyway, but I think that Hurricane over there has got other ideas. Please don't get that. Don't do that. I've wasted half my ammo on that guy. If you kill him, I'll be really... I actually know the outcome of this. I'm not sure why I'm doing this suspense here. But alas, that's... yep, another kill assist. Next game. It's not like the reward rate for this this plane's really high, yeah. So it definitely doesn't take any time at all to grind with it. And don't worry, you've got another Firefly after this. Unfortunately, that one's a bit better, and I completely miss all those shots on that KI-43 there, because let's face it, I'm not a very good shot. No matter, we'll re-dive. I've only got 50 rounds of ammunition left at this point. This one I managed to line up a bit better. I still use far more ammunition than I should have, and give me a second now, bang, there we go. 13 rounds left, perfect. 2 planes shot down. Crikey, this thing has 60 rounds per gun. 60. The Yak-15P has got 16 rounds per gun. And that's a piece of shit as well, so perhaps any plane that has got 60 rounds of gun, 60 rounds in their gun is just a bad plane in this game, perhaps. Maybe that's just guided logic. Anyway, so at this point I was thinking, right, I need to go land. I was thinking maybe perhaps I could go to the carrier fleet, but that'll, I'll have grey hair by the time I do that, so let's try and land at base A. Unfortunately, base A is not ours yet, and then I spot, what's that? I can't actually see. There we go, the KI-43. Perfect. Now, so I've got 13 shots. Let's see. Now this could go one of two ways. It could either be A, glorious, or B, a complete waste of your time. So let's figure out what it's going to be. Place your bets. Skipping forward a few seconds, so not to make you die of old age while we try and watch this. Yes. So this KI, whatever it is, decided to try and... yes, I can't believe I'm trying to use my energy in a Firefly. Yeah, so he was able to... very fortunately for me, managed to miss those shots, which is good. And now I try and dive. And now this, there we go, and I knock out his tail gunner, and that's me out of ammunition. Crap. And I was thinking, oh, he's going to crash into the ground, is he? No, he's not, is he? Good, because that wouldn't... War Thunder's not that generous, is it? So, yes, okay. I'm now over the base that I want to land on to rearm, but unfortunately there's a Japanese plane there, so I have to sort of wait for a bit. Now I was thinking, what would a Japanese pilot do in this situation? Let's think. Tora, let's go. And then a hurricane pops in and, well, completely removes the point of me doing that in the first place. So, good shooting by him. Yeah. 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 So after a few energy burning maneuvers, believe it or not, it's quite easy to do energy burning maneuvers in this plane. Yeah. We land to the base, rearm, and by that time, we win. So, thanks, Gaijin. Thanks for that really enjoyable game, and, well, thank you for letting me waste your time. Yeah. Gosh, it's quite easy to do with this game. This game's just getting a bit old. I might try maybe playing something else if I can be bothered to do another of these. Which I hope I can. Which, speaking of that, if you enjoyed this, or, well, maybe not the content, or if you enjoyed just clowning around, if you enjoy someone who likes to clown around, press that like or subscribe button. You might perhaps, maybe you'll like it in future, who knows. yes, I had to pay off the to pay for the college money somehow. So perhaps yes, I don't know. Apparently this monetary system thing, it's quite good. You just, you play video games and YouTube's apparently spurts money at you. I mean, that's it's like a win-win. I don't know. Essentially how that could be, that sounds like I don't know. Anyway, so try and take off here, and we win. And yes, I think I managed to unlock the cover upgrade of this plane, so hooray! Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so if you enjoyed that, press that like button. If you'd like to see more, press that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I shall hopefully see you all next time with a bit more eventful game, because that was the best game of War Thunder I had today. Maybe I might try a different game. World of Warships. That's fun. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, see you all next time.